Hi, future Florida PE teachers. I'm Selena, a 20-year classroom veteran and test prep expert here on study.com. Today, we're diving into a key FTCE physical education K-12 063 exam competency, assessment strategies in physical education. Let's break it down and get you test ready. The entire 7th grade class, regardless of any factor, is taking the same exact test at the end of the year. There is criterion for success for each question, which will be graded by one team of teachers. What type of assessment is this? A, peer assessment, B, self-assessment, C, formative assessment, or D, standardized assessment. A, peer assessment is incorrect. This is when students assess each other's work. B, self-assessment is incorrect. This is when students reflect on or grade their own work. C, formative assessment is incorrect. These are ongoing checks during learning to guide instruction. The correct answer is D, standardized assessment. All students receive the same questions and the same guidelines for correctness. Which of the following physical assessments tests students' agility and ability to accelerate? A 50-yard dash, B, a shuttle run, C, 600-yard dash, or D, marathon. A 50-yard dash is incorrect. This test measures speed and acceleration, but not agility. C, 600-yard dash is incorrect. This is a test of endurance, not short bursts of speed or direction. D, marathon is incorrect. This clearly tests long-distance endurance. The correct answer is B, shuttle run. The 50-yard dash and the shuttle run are similar in that they are both tests for acceleration. However, the 50-yard dash is more focused on pure speed and acceleration, while the shuttle run is focused on both agility and acceleration. Agility is the ability of an individual to change directions with ease. Melania has attention deficit disorder and struggles to focus during activities. She has a high level of skill and fitness. Her instructor should A, allow her more time to complete certain activities. B, make sure Melania goes last so not as to hold anyone else back. C, have Melania complete fitness tasks separate from the class. Or D, create a special group for Melania and other students who have disabilities. B, make sure Melania goes last so as not to hold anyone else back is incorrect. This is exclusionary. It assumes she's a burden even though she's skilled and fit. It is not an appropriate or fair strategy. C, have Melania complete fitness tasks separate from the class. This is incorrect as it isolates her unnecessarily. D, create a special group for Melania and other students who have disabilities is incorrect. This may sound supportive, but it unfairly groups students by label rather than individual ability. The correct answer is A, allow her more time to complete certain activities. Allowing Melania more time should be sufficient. She is fit and skilled, and there is no need to separate her from the larger group. Accommodation should be made so that students needing accommodation can interact with their peer groups as normally as possible. Modern fitness testing relies more on A, engaging in different kinds of sports to ensure students are well-rounded individuals. B, measuring the daily calorie intake of individuals. C, measuring vital health indicators then on performing strenuous physical activities. Or D, performing a list of physical activities to test cardiovascular endurance. Engaging students in different kinds of sports is incorrect. While variety in sports can support development, modern fitness testing isn't about playing sports. Measuring the daily calorie intake is incorrect. Calorie intake is a part of nutrition, not fitness testing. Performing a list of physical activities to test cardiovascular endurance is incorrect. While endurance is part of fitness, modern assessments focus on vital indicators, not just strenuous activities. The correct answer is C, measuring vital health indicators then on performing strenuous physical activities. The overall health and wellness of an individual are the center of today's fitness testing. Curriculum with a heavy focus on performing strenuous activities and sports that might be unappealing to some is no longer as common. Instead, tests like checking vital signs body composition, etc., are used to assess the wellness of an individual. Thanks for joining me today and working on some practice questions on the FTCE Physical Education K-12 063 exam, Competency Assessment Strategies in Physical Education. I hope you feel more confident going into your exam. For more practice, check out our FTCE Physical Education K-12 063 playlist. And for even more detailed practice, strategies, and customizable study materials, head over to study.com and check out our FTCE Physical Education K-12 test prep course. Those who use study.com boast a 92% pass rate. Our courses include full-length exams, hundreds of authentic practice questions, and short, targeted video lessons specifically developed based on the latest test updates. With our resources, you'll know exactly what to expect on test day. Like this video and subscribe to this channel to get all the latest FTCE test updates. And please leave your questions and success stories in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Happy studying.